Welcome techies, welcome to the Kubernetes webinar session. In this session, we are going to create Kubernetes cluster using Kubeadm tool. This Kubeadm tool is covered in CK exam as well. So earlier we have seen managed Kubernetes method, which is under AWS Azure Kubernetes service, as well as Amazon Kubernetes, also Elastic Kubernetes service. So likewise, the managed method we have seen. Now in this method, we will learn completely from basic how to create the Kubernetes cluster using 2 VM. So using AWS EC2, we will create 2 instances and then create the Kubernetes cluster using Kubeadm tool. Okay, let's start. So at the end, we are expecting to have this result. So once we apply this HTML web page, the public website, public URL has to bring this web page. So that is the end of our result. Okay, let's start. So this is the main page of AWS. So here choose very nearby one. So I have chosen Mumbai. So and then you can keep this name also in reference. Okay, so let's create 2 VM. So launch instance. So click Ubuntu, give any name like sorry demo. Under Ubuntu, always choose the stable version which is already tested. So the latest one, if you choose and it has some bug, it is not working. So always use this one 20.04. And then for this, it is a mandatory to have 2 plus CPU. So this is not a free tier. This is part of cost. It will be minimal only, between 50 rupees to 100 rupees. And key new pair you can select or you can create, or you can skip also. And then let's enable all this HTTP topic part. And then that's it. So this basic information is enough to create, and we need 2 instances, one for control plane and then another one is for work node. So worker node you can have 2 3 also. Let's enough for study purpose. 2 is enough. Let's launch. So I don't want keep pair. Let's select like this. Proceed without keep pair. So instances are getting ready. View all instance. So I have 2 instances now. It's pending state. Okay, both are running now. So let us launch it. So I will use Ubuntu name only, then connect. So one is ready, and then let's connect another one, because simultaneously we have to do some prerequisite pre-installations. So that can be copy paste for both places. Okay, this is one server, this is one server. Well, this is first and that is second. Now, so as usual, basic we have to install latest updates. It will help you to so this command helps check any latest package and outdated package to make it latest. Same way I will execute here also. And then these are some prerequisite package, transport, and then certificate. These are this, you can see that what and all prerequisite from this URL as well for learning purpose why we are doing this. So here they mentioned as what you need 2 GB minimum and 2 CPU. Suppose if you miss to, if because free tier we are getting 1 GB, in case if you are going with 1 GB or something like that, it will throw error at the end like this. So number of CPUs and so I tried with the free version that didn't accept, so I had to go with the cost one. So yeah, that is also for awareness. And then here we have the steps for Ubuntu as well as Red Hat. So we are following the Ubuntu method. So what and all required, let's just follow these steps. So that just for quick that I have captured like this, not miss anything. So that's it. I'll go back here, both place 10. Okay. Now what you have to do, network. So network part, starting itself, we have to switch off that swap memory. Why? Because the parts expect like that, and even Kubernetes is pointed that swap should be disabled. You must disable swap in order to function properly Kubernetes. So that is reason we just follow and make it off. Okay, once that is done, okay, now what we have to do, these are the two mod files modules. So what this file says is that yeah, capture that URL. Okay, so you have to install this done. So this step is like configuring the IP level network configuration, which is also mentioned that uh, in case if we miss that configuration, whatever I copy pasted, this will throw this error that it doesn't exist, and then IP forward content is not set to 1, and that installation will be failed. So these are some prerequisites you have to follow as captured in this website. Okay, then next. So once we done some changes, you have to apply this with to get that values changes effective. So now whatever changes done is effective. Now we need a container. So this website says that what we have to install, so we can go with multiple options like containerd, CRIO, or Docker engine. We are going with containerd method, and yeah, here is that detail is given. So forwarding IPv4 and letting IP table C bridge traffic. Verify that PRN module is loaded by running this. To load explicitly run this. So this information is important for network level changes and to connect with Kubernetes and then communicate properly. So this we have done. Now we are going with the containerd method. So I will do this needful information. Downloaded Docker keys. Now let's install this. There is some good information on this website that to understand why we need this containerd. So just when you have time, you can learn these concepts. Okay. So Kubernetes can go with containerd, this one, whatever we can choose, but we are going with containerd. So likewise, why we need this all communicating. Can read there. Further, let us install. Okay, this is done. Now relevant to this list, Kubernetes. Here it's done. What is getting stuck? Okay, this is done here. So we are also done. Now we need to install Kubeadm, whatever we are about to do, and then kubectl, which is helpful to communicate as a CLI command to communicate with the cluster, and then kubelet, that is a process level for Kubernetes. So let's do this step now. Okay, we have pulled the key. I can update. So in GitHub, there is availability of script, Ansible method, and then shell script method is available. Just we can download these all steps as a one step. Even Ansible is very easy method to deploy it in. If you have multiple nodes, worker node 5, 10, that time and all, you can use Ansible. So that's the easy method. So as we are going to learn, so we are doing one by one ourselves. So now we are ready to install. So this can be installed only in a control plan, so no need in worker plan, worker thread. So in 174 we are installing this. So let's not do there. So only here only we'll be doing. Once that is done, then we are going to hold it, because it always we have to choose this stable release, because if you go with the latest release, there can be some bug, and which will help. Might be it will be useful for developers, but as a learners, if we end up with some error and we will not be able to troubleshoot in the initial phase, so always let's go with stable release. But even if we try something like that, we will end up with some error, and then if it is understandable, then it is fine. So as I wanted to check with the free VM1, it is not allowing, and then some steps that network part I missed, so this has thrown this error. So likewise, we'll come to know it's clear some errors we'll get it from solutions from Google only, but yeah, let's go standard method. So let's hold it now. So in 174 that is done. Okay, so this step is also done. Now we have done the prerequisite network changes done, and then container also we have installed, and then relevant Kubeadm and then kubectl also installed, and now we are ready for configuration. So for just configuration we need one file that we are going to do this. So here we have to give our local IP. So for that we need to execute this command. So from this you pick one IP. So let's pick this one. Copy. So just this one and then this one. Okay. So we can give IP also, but it's better practice. It is a host, and we will add it here. Okay. Now we'll create this file. Okay. Now you may have question that why 192.168.0.0.16. This is Calico has been using this IP series for better internal part-to-part communication, and all this networking part is we are just using the what is that Calico networking technology we are using. So that it provides that pre-built networking concepts. So just we can use that. Maybe there are many people, many we are giving it, but for exam level, level in this Calico and Kubeadm is mostly covered. So we are going to use this. So once we download and install this, just this itself getting formed the network topology. So that will be very easy. So that is what we are also going to follow. And then now we are ready. So we are going to init. So okay, so this is getting installed, and we could see this is done, and then it is telling your Kubernetes is successful, and these are the command we have to do. So just copy to your notepad plus plus, and this is the reference to add further. If you want one more control plane, you can use this command to add it as a control plane, or if you want just join as a worker nodes, then you can just copy these two line and install. So almost we are ready now, and let's do this. So now let's go here, switch to exit. Now we are under Ubuntu, so let's call this. So whatever the configuration file which is created, we are copying to this Ubuntu because it has root access. So we want to access it from the Ubuntu. So we are doing all these formalities. So now that kubeconfig file is available in under root, sorry, Ubuntu. So we can execute the command from here itself. Suppose you don't have another user and you want to run it from the root user, just this command is enough, and you can ignore this. So this is like well explained. Now we are ready to join this worker node. So our worker node is also ready with the prerequisites, and for this worker node again we need to add that control plane in etc host. So just go and insert what would be that is This is the one. Done. So now we are ready to join. So let's join. Okay. I think we have to do these steps. Where is that? Kubeadm. So let's install this. Only we need Kubeadm, kubelet, kubectl is not required. So let's use this only. But nothing wrong to install all. Okay. Now I think now we are ready. Let's yeah, this is the join command. It will take a couple of minutes. I will pause for this sometime. Okay, now we could see this has thrown some error because this port is not open in AWS. So in AWS cloud, we have to specify this port and all. Same in digital version and all, it's pre-built. So yeah, let's open. It's good, also good practice to have a security. Well, now what I will do, I will go here and then go to security group. So here we have two launch wizards. Let's click this security group. Where is security group? Just refresh. Something got time out. Okay, now security groups. Click this. Here, if I open edit inbound rules, just add rules. Click custom, then 6443. So 6443. Just add that and then give anywhere. Save rules. Okay, now also give edit inbound rules. Add rules. P. Okay, so let's do now telnet control plan 6443. Okay, we need to install first apt install telnet. Sorry, telnet. Okay, now it's connecting. Let's install now. Just copy paste that cluster, paste. Okay, now that error is skipped. Let's wait for 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, so this node has joined the cluster, and let's see whether it is joined the cluster or not. So to get that, kubectl get nodes. So one control plane also available and one worker node also available. Both are not ready because network level we haven't done. So to do that network part, so we have pre-built method which is uh, we are getting it from Calico, that if we download this we'll be able to create the network part. So for that, let's get some knowledge why we have chosen Calico for 1 or 2 minutes. So this has a lot of functionality. What is Calico open source network, which is not only for Kubernetes, this is applicable for many other places also. We can use that. This is used for other, even Windows, Linux, scalability, interoperability. Many people already started using this. So this is good. Like leader in this part seems. So also we have if we put Calico come okay, there is another URL I have captured. Yeah, if we go here we'll come to know who are all the leaders in the market. So here we could see ACI, Anata, Calico, and then this Cilium also is coming into picture now because it has more functionality. EPF based data pipeline, this is the latest feature they are talking that is coming. So another one is Flannel. This is another famous one. This also is giving, and then many are there which I am also not aware. So yeah, so in that we have chosen the Calico. This is covered under the CK exam as well. So let's use this method only. So now let's download that network topology. So just play this because already I am in. It's just to know why, what is there inside the IP which we pointed right during Kubeadm. So that is also defined here only completely in the network part. What is that IP 192? So this is the one default it is configured. So now we could see this done. Now if we check these nodes, this is now ready state. So both are now ready. Network topology is created and this pod is not able to connect between these two nodes. So now extras. So this is just like some, like what we call, when we tab it something it should come, right? So if we able to install this bash completion, so just when we type the command it will be able to. Okay, then source it. base RC the same. Can use K, this much is not required. So now what is that is kubectl K8080 port is not refused. So again, what we have to do, uh, so earlier there was only two IP. Now see, Tunnel 10, Calico like this. They have created many IPs. For this, all we need to create open port. So this relevant to port also we have information from Kubernetes. So all these port we need to open in the uh, network part. So let's do that also. So worker nodes. Okay, did this give port number or TCP custom. As of now, I will give for everything. So that means for all SCP we are giving access. So initial level we will skip this. Next till this error is coming. Give me a ETC host, local host, control plane. That's correct. Okay, the error because I was in root. Actually, we have configured that base RC in kube config all in Ubuntu. We didn't set up in the root. So that is the reason this is not able to connect. When I exit and check it from Ubuntu, so it is throwing error. This is fine. Okay, so now we are ready. Now let's deploy the applications. Okay, as usual, we will do the reference which is like how to expose it to the internet. So we will follow the AWS method. Well, they have explained it. The same steps will execute. Further, if we check now, there is no deployment so far. So no namespace and no parts. Okay, so let's create now one by one. And then apply that. Then just check. So two engine has been deployed. Two parts is running now. Now let's form the cluster. Further, let's create. So we want to use expose method. Let's check the service. So this cluster IP, this is with the 80 port. Let's create node port. So here also you can change, if you ignore this, it will give us different port, and then again we have to open that port in the service group, sorry, security group. If now currently I have just made it to all the port enable to avoid the other concentration distraction from this planning. So yeah, now let's create with the 80 port only. Okay, now again we have to that's it. Paste. So we are with 30343. Now what is the command? We can use some of this command like this to get the public IP, and this port 30343. Copy 30343. Okay, so we have deployed our basic nginx, and that is accessible from the internet. Now at the end, just another landing, that HTML page which we created, we will deploy. So that HTML page, just we will mention it here, index.html, and then go here AWS HTML2. Just copy this, paste it here. Okay, so this file is ready. Done. Now we have to, we are inside the we are in the server which is as a node, but we have to send it to the pods. So to send it to the pods, we have a copy command. So using copy command we can send. For that, this is the inside path. So just to get to know how to go inside, kubectl get parts. Let's pick anyone. Kubectl xec it, and then even any one of this, paste hyphen pass. So here some of the command is not working. Locate command is also not there. So what we'll do, we'll predefined. Mostly this is the path for HTML. So here we have that index.html. This is the page we have shown in the internet. Now we have to replace this, so I can put with vi and then edit that file, but let's from the back end. So here this the path has pwd ubuntu. Okay, again that pod name you have to change. So let's take one of these pod. Where is the pod? Okay, so now it has replaced. Let me check. It should show what is expected. Okay, it's not working. previous one. That means this file is not refreshed. What is this? Three zero three four three. This is hitting the other one. Let's change this also. Part 2 also. Okay, this done. Let's see now. Yes. So yeah, it was hitting the second part now. We are replaced in both place. Now we are able to see this page in via internet. So that means the whole concept is working now. So using Kubeadm, we have created this. So for that, what and all prerequisite we have captured in the steps, and then network changes, why we are making the swap app, and then two more changes, more prop we have added, and then network level, some IP tables configuration, port forward. These all these prerequisite which is mentioned in this website only. So we followed that. If we miss that, then the deployment will throw error. So that also we have validated. And then container three types are there. So which one we have used is container D. That is also there. And then for mainly Kubernetes functionality, cluster functionality, these three are required. One is for JLA method tool, which to connect with the Kubernetes cluster. And this internal process Kubeadm is the one which we have used so far. And using Kubeadm, we have created the init. Once you have done everything, suppose you want to remove, then Kubeadm and the reset. Suppose you want to change something, then Kubeadm remove you can give. And then we have used network topology, which is pre-built by Tigara. That is Calico. We have used, and then we deployed that. And there is a optional configuration which is uh, just extra format that if we deploy that, it will be easy. And then suppose you want to replace all those things, suppose yeah, this is also a good command. We want to take the output as a backup. What we are done, let's check first what is that. Copy paste. So nginx deployment, then the command will be paste nginx deployment, copy paste. So this is our deployment. So if we have this, keep this as a backup, then we can redeploy it. So here whatever we did when it is created, how many replicas, port, which version. Suppose you want to change the port version, change it. Suppose you want to upgrade now, let's edit it and then we can upgrade. So this is like a way to keep that configurations. And then this is also expose method and then check port. Yeah, this I think I covered or not. Yes, so these are the port very much important. So if you are doing it from bare metal, then you have to take care. And if you are doing it from cloud platform, then and then networking level, you have to enable this port as a inbound, outbound, or else just for shortcut give every port access. They will limit for other side, or else that will also create some other issues. Yeah, that's it. Hope this installation is helpful, and we have seen these are the components, how to connect, then what to do. everything is clearly we could see. So finally, we are able to see the cluster. So just to see that kubectl cluster info, the command, this is telling that control plane is running on this port, this website, and core DNS is running on this. So finally nothing is so, so even if you want to see more information, kubectl cluster info dump. So using two virtual machines, we have created the cluster, Kubernetes cluster. So by this way, we are not going with managed cluster like by Azure or AWS or Google or even digital version. They have given within just one click, 2-3 clicks, some information filling, we will be getting the Kubernetes cluster, and then next level we can learn. So this is just to understand what is, how to create, and then what and all component involved, what and all commands involved. That's how we learned. Yeah, thank you. Hope this is useful.